Welcome to the Maine Drinking Water Programs Lead Sampling in School video series. My name is Shaun, and I will guide you through video 4, How to Collect Investigatory Samples. At this point, your school should have collected your initial lead samples and shared the results with parents, students, and staff. Based on those results, your school may decide to pursue remediation or mitigation efforts to reduce the lead currently present in your drinking water. All remediation and mitigation efforts are voluntary. However, training material is available to assist your school. As always, samples collected as part of this program are available at no cost to you. Once the decision has been made by your school to begin lead remediation and mitigation efforts, further investigatory samples may be needed. Follow the sampling protocol to more specifically determine where lead is located in your building's plumbing. The Lead Remediation and Mitigation Guide, provided by A&L Laboratory with your original sample results, may also be referenced as you enter this next phase. There are 3 types of investigatory samples, which will be described in more detail later in this video. It is recommended that you order 2 investigatory sample kits for every fixture with an elevated lead level, and 1 for each supply line bringing water into your building. To order your sample bottles, please contact A&L Labs. Remember, sample bottles are provided at no cost to you. There are 3 different types of samples discussed in this video. Confirmation samples, which confirm your original lead levels. 30-second flush samples, which determine if plumbing behind the fixture contains lead. And supply line samples, which determine if the supply line contains lead. Before A&L Labs can ship your sample bottles, you will need to complete and return a chain of custody form to the lab. Upon receiving your order and completed chain of custody form, A&L Lab will send you 250 milliliter sample bottles with labels matching the corresponding fixtures listed on your chain of custody. Important: be sure to use the correct bottle at each sampling location and for each type of investigatory sample. Before you sample, make sure each fixture is out of service for a minimum of 8 hours so water may remain unused in the pipes. We recommend either sending out a reminder to all staff, sample on a day where no one is there, or covering fixtures with a plastic bag secured with tape and posting a "Do Not Use" sign at each location. Do not remove aerators or attachments. Samples must be collected as the water would normally be used. The first investigatory sample you will collect is called a confirmation sample. It is collected under the same conditions as your initial lead sample, and its purpose is to confirm your original lead levels. To collect your confirmation sample, follow these steps. Remove the cap on the bottle. Hold the bottle in position under the fixture so water will flow directly in and turn on the tap. Fill the bottle all the way to the neck, leaving a little bit of room so that the lab can add preservative. Secure the cap. On the chain of custody, locate the correct sampling location and bottle ID. Record the date and time that the water was last used. Record the date and time the sample was collected. And record the sample type. The second investigatory sample you will collect is called a 30-second flush sample. It is collected after flushing your plumbing for 30 seconds, and its purpose is to determine if the plumbing directly behind your fixture contains lead. To collect your 30-second flush sample, follow these steps. Using a timer, turn on the fixture and run the water for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, turn off the fixture. Remove the cap on the bottle. Hold the bottle in position under the fixture so the water will flow directly in, and turn on the tap. Fill the bottle all the way to the neck, leaving a little bit of room so that the lab can add preservative. Secure the cap. On the chain of custody, locate the correct sample location and bottle ID. Record the date and time that the water was last used. Record the date and time that the sample was collected. And record the sample type. The third and final investigatory sample you will collect is called a supply line sample. Unlike previous investigatory samples, it is not collected at each fixture. Its purpose is to determine if your supply line contains lead. The supply line is the pipe that connects your school building to either the main water line in the street or to your school's well. To collect your supply line sample, follow these steps. Find the fixture in your building that is closest to where the supply line enters the building. Using a timer, turn on the fixture and run the water for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, turn off the fixture. This will ensure that the water you are collecting is from the supply line. Note: only use cold water when flushing and collecting your supply line samples. Remove the cap on the bottle. Hold the bottle in position under the fixture so water will flow directly in, and turn on the tap. Fill the bottle all the way to the neck, leaving a little bit of room so that the lab can add preservative, and secure the cap. On the chain of custody, locate the correct sampling location and bottle ID. Record the date and time that the water was last used. Record the date and time the sample was collected, and report the sample type. Once collected, samples must be delivered to the lab within 14 days. If samples are not delivered to the lab within the 14-day timeframe, the process must start again with all samples collected a second time. Samples may be delivered using one of 15 free drop-off locations or by using a prepaid postage stamp. A list of drop-off locations should be included in the box with your sample bottles. After analysis, A&L Lab will provide your school with the sample results. Please note, both ordering and returning your drinking water samples is free. You do not need to pay for postage. For more sampling information, please visit www.leadtestingmainschools.com.